I believe that the testimony of Senior Pastor LINO VUETI from Nukumbalabu in Samsabu is challenging and really uplifting into our spirit. We'll invite him to continue with the testimony. Na kami singa na numula ko may pleta ka na DVD. Then you make a decision.
I make a decision on the afternoon, August 2008. From then, starting from then, my elder brother, he was the one coming in the church, and he was joining the church. And in the village, this ministry, they don't like this ministry to come. Even this Pentecostal church, they are not allowed to come to the village.
So in your village in Nukumbalabu, what are the churches, the church that is accepted in the village?
Only Catholic.
Only Catholic
is accepted in the village. Other church, they are not allowed to come.
Even the Methodists?
Methodists.
Even the 7 days?
7 days.
So there's a lesson to us today. Villages around Fiji, and if we want development spiritually, mentally, and physically, we need to be open heart, open mind, and we must have a positive attitude. This is one example of Nukumbalabu village, and they only allow one denomination to be there. And LINO, at that time, a young boy, surrendered his life to Jesus Christ. That means because he is diligent to want to have a changed life, then he break through from the village. And imagine how many young people in Nukumbalabu or any other village around Fiji, that they want to have a changed life. And because of the village setup and because of some bylaws, village restriction here and there, and people cannot change. And I normally say, if you cannot change in your church, then change your church. Because sometimes the church is becoming a barrier again for people to change from bad to good, from evil to become godly. So continue, Targasilino.
Praise the Lord. From then, when they not allowed the church to come, so every Sunday I try to go with my elder brother to church. There's one church in Devondara, in the district Christian Fellowship. And every morning, every Sunday morning, so no one to know, when they go to church, they told me, they will tell me this on Friday or Saturday. By 7 o'clock, the truck will come and pick. So I don't have to tell anyone. Because when I give my life to Jesus on that day, no one knows it, only me and God. So every Sunday, so I have to hide from my family, even in the village, to go and catch the truck. To go and,
the truck will come to the village or just go to the main road?
Go to the main road.
Okay.
And wait there, so we have to come there. Even the village, they know because my older brother. But for me, so I have to break that, to hide from the people. And no one knows. It was the day I demanded to Jesus, I want to walk with the Lord. It started, the reverence for God started to come in my life. It was a different story altogether.
Amen.
And walking with the Lord. So from there, I don't want anyone to see, because my mother and my father, they can't talk to my elder brother because of the church they are in.
Yes.
They
are already in the new Methodists.
So they usually say this, when my elder brother is not in the family, he usually say this, my father and my mother, don't allow Beato to come to the family, because he will come and change.
So Beato is your bigger brother.
So he will come and change everything. So all of us here in the family, we have to remain in this church. But no one knows already.
You're already going there secretly. So for the benefit of those of you that you want to know Nukumbalabu and where he's going to attend church, Nukumbalabu is about 4 to 5 kilometers from the main road, from the airport, right in the airport of Susabu. And you go past the airport on your right, and then Vekoro is the village on your left, and then you continue going on to the seaside. And when you come there, then there's Nukumbalabu. There's some other houses and settlement along the way. So he has to come from the Nukumbalabu village to the main road, to the airport, to wait for the truck going to Devondara. Devondara is like the shoreline of Waibunia village. Waibunia is a little bit in, and that was the place where we planted church back in 2006, when we went to Bonolebu. The first time the New Methodists come to Bonolebu, we came to Waibunia and we set up in Damodara. And that's where LINO is going every Sunday in a very secret way. Nobody knows. Everybody knows about his big brother, Beato, and the family. They are already attending the New Methodist. So the DVD that he watched in his house because of Beato, his brother. Hallelujah. Continue.
So every Sunday I went to church. One Sunday, I remember when I went to church and my mother saw me. Where are you going? And that was the Sunday I told my mother, I'm joining the church with Beato. I have to go with him. So coming back, every Sunday I go, when I come back, my lunch will be there. But this Sunday when I come back, there was no lunch. And that was the Sunday they talk about my life. And that was the Sunday my mother hold on to my bag and throw it outside. And he told me, if you want to join the church, go and help. That church will help you and feed you and clothe you. Go. So I hold my bag on that Sunday coming back from church afternoon. I hold the bag, only nearly 8 steps forward. And I asked the Lord, it was the first time, Lord, if you allow me to go to this church, please show me. If no, I have to go back. I don't want to be ashamed. So show me that you need me, or you really want me to change my life because of the things I usually do. So my brother, Pas, he was coming. And he said, what happened? No, Mom and Dad, they threw out the bag. They said that I have to find a place because I'm coming with the church with you. I'm coming to church with you. So he said, give your bag, come, we go to my house.
So Beato at that time was staying in the village? Or
staying in the village.
The same village?
Same village.
So you leave your mother and your father's house, your family house, and you go to your brother's house? Just because you join New Methodist Christian Fellowship. And it's a challenge to us today. You know, sometimes when we have the religious spirit, we are not thinking properly. Some of you that you are watching me right now, some of you that you do this to most of your relatives and some to your children, because you're blocking your mind because of the religious spirit. And that spirit is a very dangerous spirit, and I know, because I travel around Fiji, I visited villages and I knock on doors. A lot of people, they cannot think properly because the spirit of religiosity, and it's blocking the move of God in somebody's life. So I want to challenge you that you are listening in the village to Ranikoro, to Matagali, to Ranyabusa. Don't cloud yourself with the things of the religion. You must have an open mind, you must have a clear mind, and allow the young people to select, to make decision for what church they want to go and attend. Because you are not attending the church. It's the children, it's the youth that are attending the church. And if you really want a changed life, then we must allow them or nurture them to go to a church that really serve God in spirit and in truth. Now you're staying with Beato. Then what happened?
Staying with Beato, and I didn't go to school. I only reached Form 5. So staying with Beato, I usually watch DVD. And I usually see the young boys and young girls when they do dancing. And it challenged my life. So one morning I woke up and I told my brother, I have to follow, I want to be like a young boy there dancing, talking about Jesus, testifying about Jesus. So he told me, there's one base of the mission of this ministry, it's in Lambasa, Namara. And I told him, please, I want to go there. I want to join the mission. And my brother called Senior Pastor Tate.
Yes, Talgas Tate at that time was in Lambasa.
Before that, when Talgas Tate usually come to Subsabu and preach in Devondara, my brother usually go to him and tell him, please, SPT, can you pray for one of my brother? Usually do bad things in the village. Usually bring shame into the family. We can't face the crowd because we always go look down because he usually do bad things. Please, Pastor Tate, can you go and pray for my brother? I remember back because Pastor Te told me, brother, Bert usually come and ask prayer because of you. You are a very different person. You usually do bad things. Yes, my brother. When I joined the mission
In Lambasa.
in Lambasa, I came there, nearly 20 to 30 boys, they were there, and it was the first time. I came there, I saw the boys, they were there, and Rendini and Tatangas, they were there, and I see how God moves. There were no one walking, there was no food, but the faith and believing in God, I see how they trust and believe in God. When they have program for prayer, chain prayer and fasting, and the first time I don't know how to pray, I don't know how to speak to God. But one morning he put a program for the chain prayer, and Pastor Ted told me, you have to join this group, and 3 of the boys. I went to the prayer room, it's the first time for me. When I went to the prayer room, and I see how mission, how they speak to God, how they pray. Some they lay down, some they nearly
Punching the
wall and asking God. And I just stand there and look. Maybe these people are crazy, but they are doing. It's the first time for me. But going on, and I see how I see how they pray, and I see the evidence. When they stand up to talk about Jesus, they are not the same. When they stand up in front of people, they are not the same. And I see the power of prayer. That was the time I know it's start to come the reverence and how to serve God, how to have a good relationship with Jesus.
But just go back. Before you come and be a mission, you know God some way, somehow. You know there is a God.
Yes,
so you attend the church in the village?
Yeah, I attend the church. The church in the village, nearly 10 steps to the village,
From your house?
From our house. 9 o'clock every Sunday, when the bell rings, our family, even all our brothers, usually be the first be there. Because of before they do the sermon, they usually like young boys and girls.
What do you call those boys?
Altar boys.
Altar boys, the altar boys. So you one of the altar boys.
One of the altar boys.
But those altar boys are the one committing a lot of problem in the village. Yeah. So when you come to Lambasa and see young people praying like that, like it's so different from how you know.
It's very different, far different. In the village, the youth, the altar boys, and I see the mission boys. When they pray, they keep the holiness of God. When they share the gospel, it's very different. Even the Bible in their hand, they read the Bible. There's no food, I see the hands of God. But the boys in the village, to see, we know each other. When we go to church, we sit there, only God knows. On Saturday, Friday, we usually do.
Praise God. So it was a big challenge for you. And you want to be like them when they stand up in public in Lambasa or Sosabu doing open air. They really on fire for God.
I want to be like them. So that's why I make a decision to follow. I want to be in the mission. When I started the mission in Lambasa, from there, 2009, we came to Suva. All the boys came to Suva, and it was a conference in the National Stadium. So the team won't go back. So we stayed, we came to, we went to Lotoka. This church was there, Pastor Sefo, and some of the mission then. And I see how they do the things of God.
Praise God. Amen. So we'll come to take a break at the moment, second episode of God's plan. God has a plan for us. And continue to tune in as we will come back after a few minutes. God bless you in Jesus' name.